surefire closing question number 1, alternate choice close A or B, right? You want to close Monday or Friday, whatever they land on, you win. And the second one is fear of loss close. Remember, you are the buyer, and you got to be picky, and people are motivated by fear of loss than desire for gain. Third one, nail down close. This is my favorite, nail down close. So you go with the seller, right? They want 120, whatever, you offer 100. The seller goes, listen, and you go, is that the best you can do? And they go, well, if you give me 107, it's a deal. If you give me 107. So now you're at 107. You go, I really need to be at 100, but you can make 107 work. And you say, okay, 107. So let me ask you a question, Mr. Seller. And here's the tie down. A nail down means you nail them down on their commitment. So let me ask you a question, Mr. Seller. I don't know if 107 can work. 107, I need to be at 100 to make my numbers work. 107, I can try to make work. I said, but the bottom line is that if I can make 107, I got to make a phone call. I got to look around the property. I got to do whatever. If I can make 107 work, do we have a deal? Yes or no? Because I'm not going to go talk to my buyer, my investor, my boss, whatever, and I'm not going to go talk to him and pitch him on this house unless you are committed at 107,000. So are you a go at 107 if I can get this done and get a yes? Yet once you get that yes commitment from the seller, yes, he's committed, then you're good. Then you can go to work, right? Then you can go around, you can look at the outside of the house, you can look at the roof again, you can you can do whatever. Or pick up the phone and call your partner, call an investor, call whatever, pick up the phone, and then come back and say, okay, listen, we're going to get killed on this deal. 107 really is really tight for us, but we're going to make it work. We're going to chalk this one up to just to keep our contractors busy or keep our investors busy or whatever the case may be. But we'll do the 7. I'm going to write it up right now. Let's get it done, but it's got to be done today. So you write up the contract. You already got their commitment. You nailed down the price at 107. It's a done deal. I've even gone in and said, listen, I couldn't get approved 107, but I got 105 approved. If you can do 105, it's a deal. You get an extra couple grand. An extra couple grand in this business is pretty significant. You multiply it over 200 deals, you're talking some significant amount of money, right? You multiply that's $400,000, right? That you're talking about. So don't be so skimpy to pass on a $400,000 on a $2,000 deal. So the bottom line is that those are the 3 surefire closing questions. You got to go in when you're talking to a seller, you're meeting a motivated seller, and you have to know after you present your offer. And remember, if you haven't watched the beginning of this, you've got to get them to name the first number first. If you can't get them to name the first number first, you have to make an offer. It's got to be low enough to where you can negotiate off from. And then once you present that offer, then comes your closing question. Alternate choice close, fear of loss close, or nail down close. One of those closes will get you to a potential commitment. After the close, 2 things are going to happen. They're going to say, Monday, I want to close on Monday, right? You write up the contract right there. You assume the sale. They committed. They said they want to close on Monday. You don't go, are you sure? How do you? No, you write it up. You write up the contract and get it signed right there, done on the bottom line. Right? So now you get it signed and you're good. You got the contract done, right? So if they don't sign, the only thing that's going to happen after that is what's called an objection. And there's 16 objections. And we can talk about that in later podcast, whatever, later live cast, whatever. But there's basically 16 objections that if you know the answer to these is 16 objections, you can overcome any objection. It leads right back to a closing question. Where you want to close Monday or Friday, it goes right back to that question all over again. And then after that, the only thing, after you have the objection and you close them down and they still hesitate, after you've overcome the objection, there's what's called a gap. A gap is between your price, your bottom line price, and their bottom line price. They're stuck at 120, you're stuck at 100, the gap is 20 grand, right? So then we can talk about closing the gap, right? There's specific techniques, right, that you can use to close the gap. We'll talk about that in future ones. So, hope you guys like this. I'll talk to you guys. Have a good time. Take care. God bless. You guys rock. Go go make some money. See ya.